Proverbs 16 in various versions, verse by verse. The preparations of the heart in man, and the answer of the tongue, is from the Lord. The designs of the heart are man's, but the answer of the tongue comes from the Lord. We may have good ideas, but only God can help you to say the right thing. People do the planning, but the end result is from the Lord. The intentions of the heart belong to a man, but the answer of the tongue comes from the Lord. The plans of the heart belong to man, but the answer of the tongue is from Yud-He Vav-He. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the spirits. All a man's ways are clean to himself, but the Lord puts men's spirits into his scales. Whatever you do may be right in your own mind, but the Lord knows why a man wants to do things. Everything a person does seems pure in his own opinion, but the Lord weighs intentions. All a person's ways seem right in his own opinion, but the Lord evaluates the motives. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but Yud-He Vav-He weighs the motives. Commit your works unto the Lord, and your thoughts shall be established. Put your works into the hands of the Lord, and your purposes will be made certain. If you bring your ideas to the Lord, He will help you to do them well. Entrust your work to the Lord, and your planning will succeed. Commit your works to the Lord, and your plans will be established. Entrust your works to the Lord, and your plans will be established. Commit your deeds to Yud-He Vav-He, and your plans shall succeed. The Lord has made all things for himself, yes, even the wicked, for the day of evil. The Lord has made everything for his purpose, even the sinner for the day of evil. The Lord has created everything for his purpose, and the purpose of bad people is death. The Lord made everything answerable to him, including the wicked, at the time of trouble. The Lord works everything for its own ends, even the wicked for the day of disaster. The Lord has made everything for its own end, yes, even the wicked for the day of evil. Yahweh has made everything for its own end, yes, even the wicked for the day of evil. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. Everyone who has pride in his heart is disgusting to the Lord. He will certainly not go free from punishment. Some people think that they are great. The Lord hates them, and he will punish them always. The Lord detests those who are proud. Truly, they will not go unpunished. The Lord abhors every arrogant person. Rest assured that they will not go unpunished. Everyone who is proud in heart is an abomination to Yud-He-Vav-He. They shall certainly not be unpunished. By mercy and truth, iniquity is purged, and by the fear of the Lord, men depart from evil. By mercy and good faith, evil-doing is taken away, and by the fear of the Lord, men are turned away from evil. God will cover your sins if you are kind and honest, and if you are afraid of the Lord, you will turn away from bad things. Iniquity is atoned for by gracious love and truth, and through fear of the Lord people turn from evil. By mercy and truth iniquity is purged, and by the fear of the Lord men depart from evil. Through loyal love and truth iniquity is appeased. Through fearing the Lord one avoids evil. By mercy and truth iniquity is atoned for. By the fear of Yud-He-Vav-He, men depart from evil. When a man's ways please the Lord, he makes even his enemies to be at peace with him. When a man's ways are pleasing to the Lord, he makes even his haters be at peace with him. When a person's ways please the Lord, even his enemies will be at peace with him. When a person's ways are pleasing to the Lord, he even reconciles his enemies to himself. When a man's ways please Yud-He-Vav-He, he makes even his enemies to be at peace with him. Better is a little with righteousness than great revenues without right. Better is a little with righteousness than great wealth with wrongdoing. It is better to be poor and good than to get rich and not to be fair. A little gain with righteousness is better than great income without justice. A little gain with righteousness is better than great income without justice. Better to have a little with righteousness than to have abundant income without justice. Better is little with righteousness than great revenues with injustice. A man's heart devises his way, but the Lord directs his steps. A man may make designs for his way, but the Lord is the guide of his steps. A person plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. A person plans his course, but the Lord directs his steps. A man's heart plans his course, but Yud-He-Vav-He directs his steps. A divine sentence is in the lips of the king. His mouth transgresses not in judgment. Decision is in the lips of the king. His mouth will not go wrong in judging. When a king is ready to speak officially, what he says should not err with respect to justice. The divine verdict is in the words of the king. His pronouncements must not act treacherously against justice. Inspired judgments are on the lips of the king. He shall not betray his mouth. A just weight and balance are the Lord's. All the weights of the bag are his work. True measures and scales are the Lord's. All the weights of the bag are his work. The Lord wants people to be honest when they weigh anything, and he wants people to be honest when they measure anything. He wants those people who sell things to be fair. Honest scales and balances are from the Lord. He made all the weights in the bag. Honest scales and balances are from the Lord. All the weights in the bag are his handiwork. Honest balances and scales are Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh's. All the weights in the bag are his work. It is an abomination to kings to commit wickedness, for the throne is established by righteousness. Evil-doing is disgusting to kings, for the seat of the ruler is based on righteousness. Kings hate to do wrong things. When a king does the right things, he becomes strong. Kings detest wrongdoing, for through righteousness the throne is established. Doing wickedness is an abomination to kings, because a throne is established in righteousness. It is an abomination to kings to do wrong, for the throne is established by righteousness. Righteous lips are the delight of kings, and they love him that speaks right. Lips of righteousness are the delight of kings, and he who says what is upright is dear to him. Kings like to hear honest words. They will love those people who speak true words. Kings take pleasure in righteous speech. They treasure a person who speaks what is upright. The delight of kings is righteous counsel, and they love the one who speaks uprightly. Righteous lips are the delight of kings. They value one who speaks the truth. The wrath of a king is as messengers of death, but a wise man will pacify it. The wrath of the king is like those who give news of death, but a wise man will put peace in place of it. If the king becomes angry, someone may die, so a wise man will try to make the king happy. The king's wrath results in a death sentence, but whoever is wise will appease him. A king's wrath is like a messenger of death, but a wise person appeases it. The king's wrath is a messenger of death, but a wise man will pacify it. In the light of the king's countenance is life, and his favor is as a cloud of the latter rain. In the light of the king's face there is life, and his approval is like a cloud of spring rain. When the king smiles, it means life. It is like a cloud that gives rain in the spring. When a king is pleased, there is life, and his favor is like a cloud that brings spring rain. In the light of the king's face there is life, and his favor is like the clouds of the spring rain. In the light of the king's face is life. His favor is like a cloud of the spring rain. How much better is it to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding rather to be chosen than silver? How much better it is to get wisdom than gold, and to get knowledge is more to be desired than silver. It is better to become wise than to get gold. It is better than to have a lot of silver. How much better than gaining gold is the acquisition of wisdom. The attainment of wisdom is better than silver. How much better it is to acquire wisdom than gold. To acquire understanding is more desirable than silver. How much better it is to get wisdom than gold. Yes, to get understanding is to be chosen rather than silver. The highway of the upright is to depart from evil. He that keeps his way preserves his soul. The highway of the upright is to be turned away from evil. He who takes care of his way will keep his soul. A good man keeps away from what is bad, so watch where you are going. It may keep your life safe. The road of the upright circumvents evil, and whoever watches how he lives preserves his life. The highway of the upright is to turn away from evil. The one who guards his way safeguards his life. The highway of the upright is to depart from evil. He who keeps his way preserves his soul. Pride goes before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall. Pride goes before destruction, and a stiff spirit before a fall. A man may think that he is great. He will really destroy himself in the end. A man may think that he is better than everyone else. A man like that will soon fall. Pride precedes destruction. An arrogant spirit appears before a fall. Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Pride goes before destruction, and an arrogant spirit before a fall. Better it is to be of an humble spirit with the lowly, than to divide the spoil with the proud. Better it is to have a gentle spirit with the poor, than to take part in the rewards of war with men of pride. A man may think that he is great, so he robs other people. You should not receive any of those things when he gives them out. It is better not to have those things and to live among poor people. It is better to think that you are not important. Better to be humble among the poor than to share what is stolen with the proud. It is better to be lowly in spirit with the afflicted than to share the spoils with the proud. It is better to be of a lowly spirit with the poor than to divide the plunder with the proud. He that handles a matter wisely shall find good, and whoso trusts in the Lord, happy is he. He who gives attention to the law of right will get good, and whoever puts his faith in the Lord is happy. If you listen to good words, you will do well. A man who trusts the Lord is happy. Whoever listens to a word of instruction prospers, and anyone who trusts in the Lord is blessed. The one who deals wisely in a matter will find success, and blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord. He who heeds the word finds prosperity, and blessed is he who trusts in the Lord. He who heeds the word finds prosperity. Whoever trusts in Yahweh is blessed. The wise in heart shall be called prudent, and the sweetness of the lips increases learning. The wise-hearted will be named men of good sense, and by pleasing words learning is increased. A wise man understands many things, so people call him a clever man. It is easy to learn when the words are nice. The wise-hearted person is told to be discerning, and that pleasant speech promotes instruction. The one who is wise in heart is called discerning, and kind speech increases persuasiveness. The wise in heart shall be called prudent. Pleasantness of the lips promotes instruction. Understanding is a wellspring of life unto him that has it, but the instruction of fools is folly. Wisdom is a fountain of life to him who has it, but the punishment of the foolish is their foolish behavior. For a wise man, wisdom is like the water that gives life, but fools cause their own punishment because they are silly. Anyone who has understanding is a fountain of life, but foolishness brings punishment to fools. Insight is like a life-giving fountain to the one who possesses it, but folly leads to the discipline of fools. Understanding is a fountain of life to one who has it, but the punishment of fools is their folly. The heart of the wise teaches his mouth and adds learning to his lips. The heart of the wise man is the teacher of his mouth and gives increased learning to his lips. Wise people think before they speak. What they say helps other people to learn. A wise person's thoughts control his words, and his speech promotes instruction. A wise person's heart makes his speech wise, and it adds persuasiveness to his words. The heart of the wise instructs his mouth and adds learning to his lips. Pleasant words are as an honeycomb, sweet to the soul and health to the bones. Pleasing words are like honey, sweet to the soul and new life to the bones. Honey is sweet to taste, and it is good for your health. Kind words are like that. Pleasant words are honey from a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing for the body. Pleasant words are like a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones. Pleasant words are a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and health to the bones. There is a way that seems right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. There is a way which seems straight before a man, but its end is the ways of death. There is a way that seems right to a man, but in the end it causes his death. There is a road that seems right for a man to travel, but in the end it's the road to death. There is a way that seems right to a person, but its end is the way that leads to death. There is a way which seems right to a man, but in the end it leads to death. He that labors, labors for himself, for his mouth craves it of him. The desire of the working man is working for him, for his need of food is driving him on. It is not a bad thing when a worker feels hungry. It causes him to work more. The appetite of the laborer motivates him. Indeed, his hunger drives him on. A laborer's appetite works on his behalf, for his hunger urges him to work. The appetite of the laboring man labors for him, for his mouth urges him on. An ungodly man digs up evil, and in his lips there is as a burning fire. A good-for-nothing man is a designer of evil, and in his lips there is a burning fire. Bad people look for ways to hurt other people, and even their words are like a fire. A worthless person concocts evil gossip. His lips are like a burning fire. A wicked scoundrel digs up evil, and his slander is like a scorching fire. A worthless man devises mischief. His speech is like a scorching fire. A froward man sows strife, and a whisperer separates chief friends. A man of twisted purposes is a cause of fighting everywhere, and he who says evil secretly makes trouble between friends. A bad man causes quarrels, and the careless words of a man can cause friends to be separate. A deceitful man stirs dissension, and anyone who gossips separates friends. A perverse person spreads dissension, and a gossip separates the closest friends. A perverse man stirs up strife, and a gossip separates close friends. A perverse man stirs up strife, a whisperer separates close friends. A violent man entices his neighbor and leads him into the way that is not good. A violent man puts desire of evil into his neighbor's mind and makes him go in a way which is not good. A cruel man causes those near to him to believe false things, and he causes them to do wrong things. A violent man entices his companion and leads him on a path that is not good. A violent person entices his neighbor and leads him down a path that is terrible. A man of violence entices his neighbor and leads him in a way that is not good. He shuts his eyes to devise froward things. Moving his lips, he brings evil to pass. He whose eyes are shut is a man of twisted purposes, and he who keeps his lips shut tight makes evil come about. A man may close one eye when he looks at you, or he may move his lips in a strange way. Be careful, because he may be thinking about something bad. Whoever winks knowingly is plotting deceit. Anyone who purses his lips is bent towards evil. The one who winks his eyes devises perverse things, and one who compresses his lips brings about evil. One who winks his eyes to plot perversities, one who compresses his lips is bent on evil. One who winks his eyes to plot perversities, one who compresses his lips is bent on evil. He shuts his eyes to devise froward things. Moving his lips, he brings evil to pass. The hoary head is a crown of glory, if it be found in the way of righteousness. The gray head is a crown of glory, if it is seen in the way of righteousness. Long life is a gift to good people. Gray hair is like the beautiful thing that kings wear on their heads. Gray hair is a crown of glory. It is obtained by following a righteous path. Gray hair is like a crown of glory. It is attained in the path of righteousness. Gray hair is a crown of glory. It is attained by a life of righteousness. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that rules his spirit than he that takes a city. He who is slow to be angry is better than a man of war, and he who has control over his spirit than he who takes a town. A patient man does not become angry quickly. He is better than a strong man. A man like that is better than a soldier who beats the enemies in a city. Whoever controls his temper is better than a warrior, and anyone who has control of his spirit is better than someone who captures a city. Better to be slow to anger than to be a mighty warrior, and one who controls his temper is better than one who captures a city. One who is slow to anger is better than the mighty, one who rules his spirit than he who takes a city. The lot is cast into the lap, but the whole disposing thereof is of the Lord. A thing may be put to the decision of chance, but it comes about through the Lord. People use lots to choose the right thing, but God causes the result. The dice is cast into someone's lap, but the outcome is from the Lord. The dice are thrown into the lap, but their every decision is from the Lord. The lot is cast into the lap, but its every decision is from Yud-He Vav-He.